So, good evening. Decided I would record a little bit of me playing some more Elite Dangerous this evening. As I'd mentioned in the last stream I was doing, going to go ahead and try and explore around the Sol system a little bit. So, yeah, at the moment I'm just finishing up a mission I'd started before, probably about 40 minutes ago that I didn't realise would take quite so long. So I'm going to finish that one up, and then we'll kind of go ahead and see what some of the planets in the Sol system look like. So let's see, whilst we're flying towards this Wolf 5626A, I'll go ahead, I'll pull up the galaxy map, we'll find the Sol system, which is fairly close by. There it is. And look inside, and we'll see that there's quite a lot of stuff in there that we can go and visit. So I mean, you've got your standard planets. So we've got Mercury, Venus, Earth. Then there's Mars, asteroid belt, Jupiter with several of its moons. There's Saturn, Uranus, again with a bunch of moons, and Neptune, followed by the sort of dwarf planet of Pluto, and several of the other little planetoids that are out there as well. So yeah, around these planets and planetoids, you'll see that there's a little kind of blue ring around some of them. That just indicates that you're able to land there, and where there's a little kind of spiky things on top of the little ring, it means you can land on that system. And hello, anti-hero. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff we can land at, quite a bit we can't, so I'm not going to be able to land on Earth or Mars. I can land on some of the other planetoids that are out there. I will certainly fly over Earth and Mars. We'll kind of have a look again at Earth, because I'm sure over the next 1,300 odd years things will have changed a bit. We'll look at Mars, because I think it looks as though it's been terraformed a bit. And then yeah, I'll land on a couple of planets, see what things are like on them. Sorry, some of the planets and moons rather. And yeah, I'm not going to do Trez 2b tonight or in this session, because that planet is quite some distance away. So I'll save that maybe for next week, or at some point in the future. Again, we'll have a look at that. Okay, so at the moment, as I say, I'm going to land on this little planet here. The mission that I've got to do, go to the right screen. The mission I've got to do is to go ahead and scan a data panel, and then take the data back to one of the stations. So we'll go ahead and we'll kind of get that sorted. This will only take me about 10 minutes or so. And I'll be looking at Mars this evening. So yeah, I'll start at Mercury, land on there for a bit, do a fly past of Venus, Earth, Mars, and see what's what from there. Okay, so here comes Wolf 5626A, and gradually we'll get there. In fact, now that I'm a bit closer, I should hopefully be able to see. Okay, maybe not quite yet. As I get a bit closer, I'll be able to, lock on to the exact place I'm supposed to be docking at. Although I'll do a quick scan of the planet. Nope, okay. There we go. So it's getting something now. There we go. So there's the building I'm to go to there. It's starting to show up now. Pull off some of the speed. Yeah, because that was far too fast an approach. Okay, and if I just pull this around a bit, if I slow my speed. Okay, where is it? There it is. So there's the building we're looking for. And again, you'll see it'll take a little bit of time to get there. So just yeah, and now that I'm kind of coming close to the planet there, you'll see my HUD changed a little bit. So I've now got a sort of central section there. It's now giving me the pitch, my angle of pitch, whether it's plus or minus. And then, yeah, I've also got a little gauge on the right hand side telling me the height up from the surface. And the bar to the right of that is then telling me how fast I'm ascending or descending. You can see I'm going down pretty quick just now because I'm gliding in. And there we go, I'm now 60 odd kilometres from where I'm trying to get to. This one will take a little bit of time to get the whole way up there. But when we do, that'll be fine, it'll be sorted. So yeah, I'm also flying a different ship than I would have been flying last time. So this is the Federal, what am I talking about? The Federation dropship, Federal dropship even. It's good. Yeah, maybe not the prettiest looking ship. You can see there's me at the front in the cockpit. This is the co-pilot's seat. Again, I had one of my friends in there the other day working the turrets on the side of the ship. There's me in a rather horrific looking jumpsuit. What else we got? So yeah, this is the kind of view from the top of the cockpit. The gunner or co-pilot sits behind, and let's see, yeah, this is the kind of underside of the ship. So let's deploy the guns. So you can see, there we go, this is at the back of the ship. You can see the large multi-cannons at the front. I've got 2 rocket launchers on just on either side of it, and I don't know if I can see side on. There we go, you can see just on the right hand side, or the left hand side of the ship, or the right hand side of the screen, I've got the, oops, nope, okay, things are going backwards there. I've got a laser turret. I'll put them away for now because not likely to be needing any weapons. Okay, so still another few minutes away from this landing spot here. And okay, so again, whilst we're closing on, I'm going to come back to the external view, and I had set up some buttons that would let me try and, there we go, move around the ship a little bit. You can see we can start getting a bit of a view. I've not bound all of the camera controls here because I kind of got distracted partway through and decided I would rather fly the ship than start setting up all the camera controls. But yeah, it seems to be quite a nice big ship, fun for combat. So on it I had, I had the 2 medium-sized laser turrets that were good for taking down shields. I've got a massive big chain gun or multi-cannon kind of front and centre just underneath the cockpit with 2 Homan rocket launchers on either side of that. So hopefully that's enough firepower that I can tear down the shields and rip apart hulls without too much hassle. And as I say, when I was flying with a friend in the gunner's seat, I think that went quite well. He, between the 2 of us, we managed to take them apart. Okay, in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just double check that yeah, there we go. So my turrets are set to fire only on the ship that I've targeted. Okay, so nearly there. About a minute or so away from landing. And again, I'll just boost in a bit closer to speed things up somewhat. Okay. there we go, we can see there's the building that I'm supposed to be going to scan, and oh, I feel as I'm coming down very quickly. Well, what's that? Who are you? Ah, okay. You're a friendly ship. So now we need to slow down. Okay, I've gained a bit too much height there then. I'm trying to land on unsuitable terrain. Okay, so there's a building right there. Let's come forward a bit. There we go. Forward then. Okay. And now just got to try and land the ship. Okay, apparently it's become unsuitable as a result. A bit forward. There we go. Down we come. Nice and gradually, so that I don't scuff the paintwork. Okay. Now we can go ahead and pop into the scarab. There you go. Just getting lowered out the underbelly of the ship. And I think if I reverse, oops, nope, that's not a good idea. There must be a front landing like there. This is the back of the ship, I believe. Okay, and if I go into the... Okay, I can't go into the turret because I'm still too close to the ship. There we go. So we go, we're now kind of rolling around the planet's surface, and I've got to try and find some sort of data node to scan here, which I'm hoping shouldn't be too difficult. Ah, there it is. So if I can target it. No, is that not how you target it? Okay, so apparently I've got no idea how to scan. Ah, there we go. Okay. So let's come up into the turret mode here. And there we go. That's now letting me scan it. Okay. So I've got some irregular mission data. Okay. Yeah, that was telling me where to go for this. Okay, and there's now been transferred to the ship. Okay, so now what I'll do is I go ahead and return this, return the vehicle to the ship. Let's see. Maybe have a little bit of a look at the ship actually. What have we got? Yep, so he's asked me to go back and return the mission. Okay. Okay, I need to get... There we go. So now that I've got the turret out... See, that's the ship side on. And yeah, being able to deploy yourself on the planets is a feature that's been about for a couple of patches now. But it certainly wasn't around for the first couple of years of the game, which was quite a disappointment. Yeah, you can use it to start gathering resources to, build bits and pieces for some of the ships. Like you can craft little upgrades to your jump drive that lets you get a boost to how far you can jump and things like that. Okay, apparently I'm not quite in the right position. Okay, let's board the ship. And you can see there the wheels getting folded up as it's taken up inside. And I'll now head back to the bridge, start getting ready to take off, put my landing gear away and start flying pretty much directly up. So you can see there we go. We're flying up and away from the little planet, or the little base just behind me. And yeah. Okay. So let's set destination back to Berners-Lee terminal where I need to hand this mission in. And there it is. And hello Courtney. So there we are, heading back into warp, heading to the Berners-Lee terminal, and that'll let me hand in the mission. I think I earn a couple of 100,000 for that. How much was it? Oops. That one there, I will earn, there we go, 600,000, that's not bad. But just beforehand, I'll need to fit a cargo bay to the ship, or else it'll get lost. Okay, and don't worry, Antir, it'll probably take me a little bit of time to fly around a couple of little planets before I get to Mars. And if you're not back by the time I get back, by the time you're back from your walk, I'll skip Mars and come back when you are ready. So yeah, this will take a little while to get there because it's 3,000 light seconds away, but it'll get there soon enough. Yes, and the Baticus there, you're very right. If I accelerate into the back of the station and make myself explode, that's bad. But I have, as part of this ship's fitting, got myself a nice little, where is it? Standard docking computer, so I don't need to worry too much about going crunch this time. So yeah, what that standard docking computer does for me is when I get close to the station, request docking permission, I can then slow down the, take off my accelerator and the computer takes over and docks the ship nice and safe. Or at least in theory it does. Earlier on there was a horrific crunch noise when it tried to land at like 300 meters a second, but at least that wasn't my fault there. So let's see. So there you go, you can't really see very much around the ship there. There we go, you can see when I'm turning on the headlights and turning them back off again. Okay, in fact, I'm going to take that horrible purple jumpsuit off because that's definitely not particularly a good look. So let's go back to status. Now at the moment, because we can't really get up and wander about, this whole customising your character thing doesn't really do much other than give you a little face for people to look at. But let's see. Let's go ahead and grab one of these military costumes, I think. So we've got, I think I'll take this one here, that's good enough. Right, save and exit, go. And now, when I switch back, you see there we go, I don't have such a glaringly horrible purple suit. When I chose it earlier on, it didn't look quite so purple. On screen it was, not quite as bad. But yeah, so when the next patch comes out, I've seen that they are adding new slots for like glasses and things like that, so I can pretend we're not or 1,000 years in the future with laser corrective eye surgery and stuff. I can have glasses again. Right, we're getting close to here. And right. Again, trying to sort of line up with where the letterbox is on the station here. Not that it really matters since I'll be doing an auto dock, but yeah. Yes, and I've also changed the spring in the joystick there, so hopefully you'll hear you won't be hearing quite as much of it squeaking and creaking as we had when we were chatting the other day. Oh, slow down, that's probably not a good thing. But we're fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and request docking when I'm within 7.5 kilometres. There we go. One of the things I like again about the stations here is that as you're approaching them, they start kind of having the messages with you. So you heard that one there when I started getting close. They were saying, you know, please request docking permission, and then I request it, then they tell you where to land and so on, which I think quite a nice wee touch. There we go. So yeah, it's quite a nice and pleasant little landing experience there, no crunching and scraping or anything. And you can get a nice little bit of blue Danube in the background. Right, so I'm going to have to enter the starport quickly here. Okay, so just do a quick refuel. Go to my outfitting section. And I'm going to switch out a module to give me some cargo capacity so that I can receive the rewards. Okay. Yeah, auto docking can get nerve-wracking sometimes. I think there's one of the videos on my old channel where things went horribly wrong as part of an auto dock and it crashed me into a ship in the middle of the letterbox. Terrifying. What am I doing? Yes, optional internal. And I'm going to replace... Okay, I'll temporarily replace that hull thing there with a little cargo. That'll do for now. Transfer to ship. Yep. Go to the mission board. And back to mission. And there we are. You can see here that this Wolf 562 Values Party are kind of friendly with me. The Federation Superpower is very friendly with me. Apparently we're nearly considered allies. And yes, there we are. So let's see. So I can start getting some harder numbers on like the friendships and stuff with them there. So you can see there we go. I'm 90% friendly with the Federation. When I get that up to 100%, I'll move up to allied with them. And I'm currently a petty officer with them as well. Which I think that's one of the perks of getting to that rank was either getting the ship I'm in just now, or that was the rank before, or a solar system permit. And you can see here we go, these are all my factions that I'm friendly with. in the solar system. So you can see there we go, that there's the Wheel 562 Major Inc. They are, you know, they are allied with me because I've spent so much time doing so many passenger missions with them. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to go back, I'm going to go into the outfitting section again. We will switch the cargo rack for... oh. I thought I had something else in there. Transfer options, transfer. Okay, someone's clearly gone a bit wrong. Brace shop, not brace shop, what am I doing? Engage the brain. Keep pressing all the wrong buttons. So I'll go to stored modules. I want to find rank. There we go. A hull reinforcement package. That's what I had in place before. And I'll replace nothing with that. What did I have there then? Okay, I'm clearly losing my mind here. I'm sure it's a... let me just check something else here then, go back to optional internal. Open it. Oh, why can't I store it? Oh, I can't store it because I've got... there we go, there was the problem. I needed to sell the stuff before I took the cargo bay off. So there we go, there's those 4 insulating membranes. So that's not bad. I got 44,000 from selling them after getting 600,000 for doing landing on that planet and doing that scan, which isn't too bad. Okay, back into outfitting, and this time I should be able to transfer this and replace it with my hull reinforcement package. There we go. Right. So now the plan will be to go to the galaxy map, find Sol. Let's plot a route. So there we go. I'm going to have to take 2 jumps there, just unfortunately because this particular ship doesn't have a particularly great jump range, but we can live with that. So here we go. Coming up. I guess that must be me pretty near. Yeah, there we go. There's the letterbox I've got to try and fly out. So we can now, oops, okay, we've gone a bit too far. We can now try and head out through here. Now the problem I've got with this ship is it's kind of tall and skinny, so I'm never quite sure really where the bottom of the ship is and where the top is in relation to the mouth of that station there. Never mind, we're out. And put my landing gear away. Let's see. Let's quickly stick myself under and get under. Yeah, there we go. It's quite cool. So you can see if I bring the landing gears back out again.
All clear. Watch your 6, Commander.
And back. I think that looks quite cool, just getting to see the landing gears come out from the bottom of the ship. Okay, so off to LHS 380, and then from there on to Sol. Let's see, I'll start with Mercury, because again that was one of the planets you could land at, and we'll see, yeah, it's kind of what I discovered down that way. I've not done much in the way of driving around on planets, so I don't know how horribly badly I'm going to do it, or if I'm going to like drive off a cliff and go splat, I don't know. Oops, okay. What I should also try and be careful to do is watch what I'm doing instead of looking at other screens. Okay, so there we are. Aiming at Sol, I'm away from the sun, and charging my frameshift drive. Stop and not crash into the sun. So here we go, we're in Sol here. We can see what we got. So let's go to Mercury first and we'll see what we have there. So as I always do, I keep the sun above me so that I can see kind of quite clearly where it is. Okay. Handheld, I'll maybe slow down a little bit and let the ship finish skipping some fuel. Just so I don't need to worry about possibly running out. There we go. Okay, so here comes Mercury then. So I think this was one of the ones I could land on, wasn't it? Yes, I can land on Mercury because there's that little blue landed spaceship symbol. There's apparently a couple of cities and stuff that I can dock in on Mercury, which we'll have to check out. There's a space station called Daedalus in orbit around the planet, so I'll maybe fly by there. I probably won't dock at it, but we'll certainly fly by. Then we've got Venus, which has a little outpost. Again, I'll fly to it and have a look. And in fact, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to double check. Do I have? Yes, I do. I'm going to start taking some screenshots of the planets as I get close to them, because I think some of these could potentially look relatively interesting. Okay, and here we go. Approaching Mercury. So again, I think what I'll do, I will pick early city to dock it, just because it's called city, so that means it's probably bigger. Okay, so that'll be a settlement I'll kind of go towards, and I think from there I can then deploy from the landing pad I'm at and then drive around. If not, I'll just hop out, take off, fly away from the station a bit and land. So yeah, and this little kind of broken symbol there tells me that it's on the other side of the planet still. So let's keep out of orbit just for now. In fact, let's have a look. Spin around, look up, there we go. So now it's in, now we're the right way. So as I say, yeah, I always like keeping suns above me but the ground below. There's no, reason for it other than personal preference, and often getting better visibility. Okay, so I think I'm probably coming in a bit sharp here, a bit steep, but we'll get by. Okay, and there we go. So there we go. Apparently in, there we go, coming into glide mode. which means you come down pretty fast. Okay, very fast. Close enough to immediately request docking permission, that's quite handy. So I'll dock, and what I'll do is, when I'm undocking, I will, you know, turn the ship around, look back down at it and dock, or take a screenshot from there. That's not really a particularly good shot. So again, I've got the auto dock in progress, so that'll kind of bring me round and bring me in, at least safe in theory. Okay, and oh, okay, apparently I'm also being scanned. Of course. Let's see. 100 meters off the ground. And there we go, just about docked. Sorted. Okay, so let's see if I can go ahead and deploy one of these scarabs. Oh. So I can't. Oh, there we go. Let's deploy a scarab. So I can drive around a station here. Hopefully finding a way out of it shouldn't be too difficult. Turn on my headlight so I can see a bit. Okay, no, that is not the way out. Okay, yeah. So I'm definitely not very good at driving in this little scarab thing. And I think my radar seems to be a bit wonky as well. It's a ridiculous angle. So what we got up here? Oh, it's in again. Don't know if that's open. Is that a door? Okay, apparently I don't get to go that way. Okay, my headlights are fairly... Ah, there we go. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, so I'll get lights off, depth beams, fill beams. There we go, so I'm able to not blind oncoming vehicles apparently. Okay, so... Aha, whoops. Put myself in reverse. I wonder then, is this the way out? Yes, exit the surface. Wonderful. Let's go full pelt up the ramp. In fact, let's deploy into the turret here. And have a look around as we go. So that's quite cool. Now I'm out onto the surface. Okay, but I should really be kind of careful and cut my speed back a bit. You can see the hull is rather fragile. Each of these big bumps is taking a chunk, and I need to find resources to try and craft little repairs. Let's see, what does I need to do it? So in order to make repairs for these things, what's that? Not really useful. Synthesis. If I want to make a repair, I need to get iron and nickel. apparently I've got plenty of iron but not enough nickel at the moment. So there we go. I don't know if there's even nickel on the planet. Can I check that? Whatever. So I guess it's just as well I'm in a system with lots of stations, and I think what I'll do is I'll put most of my power into my engines. Let's see, we'll kind of drive around a little bit, and then I'll try and ask my ship to come and collect me. So yeah, I mean, there's not much really of excitement on these planets. I think in the next patch we're going to have alien structures and stuff, and I popped into the beta that's on their test server last night to see a little bit about what that was like in it. The alien structures look really cool. So looking forward to seeing what they look like when they're all available and able to be explored. Let's see. Again, see I've got a little kind of radar thing going on here. And whoops. That's okay. That's more like it. There we are. So yeah, a little radar here. I'm going to try and see. Every so often there seems to be a little hit on the radar as it spins around. We'll try and see if we can drive towards it and see if it's actually a thing or if it's just, you know, nothing of real interest. Let's just go a bit faster. Oops. I'm trying to use the vertical thrusters there that I discovered I had in order to soften the landing. Okay, I think that'll do for ridiculous fast driving. Yes, there we go. Thank goodness for roll bars. And hello Keith, yes, I am doing well, thank you. It's been quite some time since I've heard from yourself. Oh, hang on, that's noises. What's that mean? Okay, so now you can see that there's something. At least there was something straight ahead there. Do we have to see that? Yeah. So let's see. Unless it's me heading back towards the city again. Ah dear. In fact, it probably is. I get so turned around there as a... Yeah, when I crashed it. Got me disoriented. Right, okay. I think that'll do. So, what we'll do is we're going to recall the ship. And I think in theory, what this will do is this will bring my ship towards me. So what I'm looking out for here is the Federal dropship, and TJ Raven, yeah, I think that could be done. I have, let's see, whilst I'm waiting for the ship to reappear, I can probably put something like that together. Right, oh there it is there, an unmanned Commander Nimmo. So that'll take a little while to dock, I think. There it is there, you can see there's my ship coming into dock to try and come and pick me up. What I'll do is I'll give it a chance to finish. Whilst we're doing that, I'm going to quickly see if I have a parts list for that machine I've got. Ah, and Keith, that is awesome. So congratulations on that one, well done. Okay, helps if I type the right buttons here. So yeah, I'm currently alt-tabbed out of the game, so you won't see what I'm actually doing on the the thing just now, but let's see. If I quickly log in to this PC part picker website, I can give my list of parts. Now let's see, how do I do this again? There we go. Now can I... I've got the parts list, and yes, it appears to be publicly shared, so right, TJ region, there is the parts list for my machine. I think it's fairly up to date and fairly current. So yeah, right, and you should hopefully be able to click on that URL there in chat, I would hope. Now what am I doing? Yes, there we are. So there's the ship back. Let's go ahead. We'll dock up and get sorted. And yes, don't worry, Anti-Hero, I'll wait until you're back for before we check out Mars. Because I'm still wanting to check out the station that's around this system, around this planet. Get a nice wee screenshot of it. And let's see. Oh, signal lost, that's not a good thing. Yeah, so we're, yeah, the signal lost. I tried to go to the external camera, which apparently didn't really work so well. So there we go, just a kilometre away from the ship now. I don't know if that seems so far away because that was the closest bit of stable ground it could land on, or because I was moving, or I don't know. But there we go, we've got it coming. Okay. And there we go. There's the ship. Is this the front or the back? I think that looks probably like the front, yes. So I'll see if I can drive between the landing legs here and see, is that good enough to let me... Yes it is. So we'll get back into the ship, take off, try and get onto the light side of the planet, take a screenshot, and then we'll go and see what the station looks like. So there we go, landed. Let's go ahead, power up the engines. 90 degrees. Oops, too far. And there we go, good enough for it. Heading up now. So once the mast lock, once I lose my mast lock, that means I'm far enough away from the planet to engage my frameshift drive. And we should, there we go, be able to get up quickly into orbit. So instead of going at 190 meters a second, you see there we go. I'm accelerating quickly to round about probably 2.5 it'll get to, until I get a bit further up into the atmosphere. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead, yeah, there's no contacts. We'll set destination for Daedalus. Ah, so I don't think I've been to one of these stations in one of the streams yet, so we'll have a little look at one of the other types of station you can get. So on my, there we go, just to the top left of my sort of main radar section there, you saw that there was a little kind of blue outline of a circle. What that means is that's, you know, that meant it was behind me, but up to my left. So there we go, we've now lined up on that one. I'm going to just quickly come to the external camera. And yeah, we're not really seeing much at all from anything there. In fact, I'm going to do let's spin around quickly. And where is it? we are. There's Mercury. Where's the sun? Yeah, we're not going to get that all into the same shot. So there we go. We get Mercury there with Venus off behind it. That'll do. I think that seems like a fairly nice screenshot. Now I'm going to try and take a really high quality one. So you see that's going to flicker around quite a bit. What's happening is we're taking screenshots of the different chunks of the screen at my full resolution, and then Elite will kind of stitch them all together to give an ultra high, resolution, which is quite cool. Let's see. I'll see if I can find out just how big that screenshot ends up becoming. Now, normally these pictures will be saved as a bitmap, so it's going to be absolutely huge. But because I've got another little app installed that tracks that there's been a screenshot taken and converts it down to JPEG, which is much smaller. Okay, so and yes, TJ Raven D, yeah, you can do that, and I'll have a little look. Again, and that website that I'd mentioned there, that's pretty good for trying to put things together. Okay, so here we go. Here's one of these other stations. You can see we've got a little kind of one of those letterbox things there at the front, and a sort of big drum, and sort of big habitation rings that are flying all, that are kind of spinning all around. Now let's see if there's one of that. Okay, so I'm going to try and do actually is I'm going to try and get reasonably close. So there we go. So you can see here, it's like a little kind of ring full of parks and buildings, and I'm trying to not get too close because otherwise I'll get hit by the big arm that holds this all together. So you can see in there's little parks.
Make way for oncoming traffic. Restrict your speed.
And things there. Okay. And yeah, it looks as though I'm going backwards, but really it's just that big ring spinning forward. So I guess, when I'm seeing that, it looks kind of like the ring from Halo. Again, because that was one of the first games I played that had this idea of rings and stuff in them. Or even you kind of saw bits of that in Mass Effect with like the big central station. Okay, the name just completely escaped me. I can't even remember.
Request approved. Cleared to land on
Either way, the big central station thing that everybody loved it.
Automated docking assist is now in progress.
Okay, so again, we're going to just let the docking procedure run through, and what I'll do is, as it's coming in for docking, I will try and grab a wee screenshot of me coming in. Where's the external view? There we go, there's the back of the ship there. Go into the kind of free view. Yeah, I really do need to start binding some of these. Okay, so there we go. So there we go. You can see there's the top of the ship there. As we're coming in, and I guess that'll do as a nice screenshot there. That looks like an Orca. Just going out one of the nice passenger ships. So there he is, he's relaxing in his pilot's seat, looking around, admiring the view. And what I'll maybe do is I'll maybe see about putting these screenshots I'm taking somewhere. Okay.
Landing successful. Ship secured. Welcome to our station, Commander.
that'll do as a nice screenshot as well. Okay, so that'll do. Let's go ahead and let's now head on to the next planet. So we'll head off to Venus. And I can't remember, was there a station around Venus as well? And yes, hello Jacob. In case there's a little outpost near Venus, so we'll go and we'll check that out as well.
Landing coupler disengaged. Clear for departure.
Okay, so I've got an auto docking computer, but I don't have an automatic takeoff one, so this is the bit that makes me kind of nervous as I'm trying to line up to fly out through this port here. Which I think I'm too low for. Yep, but we've scraped through, that's fine. There we go, we'll just give a little speed boost, get clear of the station, and once I'm out of range of it we can then jump to Super Cruise. There we go. So there we go, off we go. So again, I'm not able to land at Venus, so I won't be able to actually go down onto the surface. But we'll have a little look. So we'll look at Venus, and then interestingly Mars is the next closest planet. Even though technically it should really be Earth, but because of relative positions in the orbits, I guess it changes the order. Anyway, so we'll head to Venus, and let's see how far out was Persephone again. Oh, there's a planet called Triton. The Neptune's moon of Triton. Sadly, I'm not allowed to dock there. That could have been an interesting place potentially. I don't know what happens if I try and get too close to it. We'll maybe investigate. Let's see. Persephone, there it is. So Persephone is 453,000 light seconds away. So let's try and see if we can't do a little bit of maths there. So 453,000 light seconds is, let's see, about 125 light hours. So let's try and pay attention. So that's 125 light hours to get there. That's what, 5 days for light to get from the sun out to Persephone. So that's quite a distance away. So it takes 8 minutes for light to get from sun to Earth. And yeah, there we are. So I'm now focusing on trying not to smash my face into the planet. Okay, so here we go, here's Venus. What I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to just turn off some of the extra stuff that's going on around here. I'm going to turn off the orbit lines. And we'll see what does that do for us. How does that make things look? Yeah, that's a little bit nicer. Let's try and see if we can't have the Brunel station linked up there. So I'm just trying to compose this. Whatever. The gel and scandal. Okay, I'm going to have to go and investigate what that is. But there we go, there's Venus there. We'll take a wee screenshot. I won't bother with a high quality one. And let's see, can we get a decent one with the ship here? Nah, not really. Okay, so what is this? Oh, nope. Okay, hello, Mr. Ship. Okay, you've not committed any crimes. In fact, I wonder actually, let's go and try and see a bit. I've now decided, yeah, I want to try a little bit of combat in this thing. Let's see. Federal Logistics, they're not going to have any warrants against them. Okay, the Cobra Mark IV. So I'll try these two Cobras here. If they're not wanted, then I'm going to go back to heading to the Federal agents. Yeah, we're going to go and have a look at the little outpost that's there, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay. Oh, hello. That looks interesting. So apparently they're an enemy. Let's go ahead and... Oops. I accidentally launched the heatsink there. Right, let's go and see if we can't catch up with you. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and pull this person out of warp and then attack them. But sadly, they're getting way ahead of me. No, okay. Ah well, I've lost them. Never mind. Okay, so back to Brunel Station. And I think what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to dock up at this station here, and then I will nip away and get myself a drink. So that'll take just a minute or so, but yeah. Okay, first I'm going to run very, very fast here. Yeah, very, very fast. Okay, so every so often, yeah, I must be doing something a little bit silly, which stops the automatic acceleration and deceleration from handling itself properly. Okay. There we go. Here's Brunel Station. Apparently Naughty Madbad says that it's an offence to scan that vessel. Oh. I've not been given any warranties on it, so that'll do it. Warranties, fines. Okay, oops, let's go ahead and request docking permission, that might be a good idea. So there we go, whilst that's going ahead, I'm going to go and quickly grab something to drink. Okay, there we go, and that's me back again. So let's see, what kind of services does Burnell Station here have? Okay, yeah, let's replace the heatsink I dropped and get myself more fuel. That's not bad, they seem to have a reasonably good setup here. They don't have a shipyard, so you can't buy new ships. But they'll let you outfit your ships, so let's see if we get any exciting components in here. Okay, so do they have? Oh, there we go. This is also a chance to look at some of the weapons I've got in here. So I've got that large multi-cannon there. So you can see it looks basically a big, big Gatling gun, I guess, big chain gun. Let's see what other kind of weapons do they have. So there's plasma accelerators. I've never worked with plasma accelerator before though, so I don't know quite how they work. Torpedoes. What are torpedoes? I don't think I'd seen them before. Intriguing. So I wonder if I tell you what, let's go ahead and let's go back. Let's compare those heat-seeking missiles with the torpedoes. Okay, so looks as though they draw less power. Wow. Do 3 times as much damage. Draw a lot less power. Much better armor piercing. But again, because the torpedoes, they're slow. And apparently I've got 0 maximum ammo. Okay. I think I'll stick with my heat-seeking missiles there. So you've also got the normal missiles. Okay. I also have interest. Railguns, beam lasers. Let's go back up to the size 3 again. There's pulse lasers, beam lasers, cannons. Yeah, so fragmentation is basically a big space shotgun. Okay, mines, plasma. Cool. So yeah, I mean, I've got that multi-cannon there. So again, yeah, you can get weapons that are fixed in position, that they always face forward and they'll do more damage. You then get gimbaled ones, which basically means they can move left, right, up, down. They can kind of track a target around a little bit. You don't just have to point straight at your target. And then you get turreted ones, which basically allow them to shoot anywhere around your ship. You don't need to point roughly at them, but they become very expensive. The size 3 turret, and you can see the turret symbol on this one here. It's like a little kind of box with a line coming out it rather than the gimbal symbol on this. But yeah, so the size 3 turreted multi-cannon is it costs 17 million. It's quite expensive. It's actually about the same as what the price of this ship here is. I think at the moment I've spent about 20 odd million or so setting up this ship here, and I'm still not quite happy with all the stuff that's in it. Like for example, no, not the utility mines. I'm wanting to try and get myself a much better power plant, because at the minute that 6C1, okay, this doesn't even go as big as it, doesn't really provide me with as much power as I'd like. So that means I can't have, you know, the really good thrusters. Yeah, and what I'd also like is to have the military grade composite armour. So again, you see what that does is that takes my hull integrity from 1200 all the way up to 1700. So that makes the ship, you know, a great deal more survivable and if it gets in combat with things. So I could now afford, let's say, that reinforced alloy, but nah, I I would want to just go straight up to the proper stuff. Okay, so what else have we got of excitement in here? Oh, that's our speed. There we go. Liveries where you can start setting up like your appearance of the ship. Now, I don't have much in the way of fancy skins for these ships because I don't really want to pay, pay for them all. Because if you want to have different skins and stuff for the ships, it costs. So I think for quite a few ships I've got this Black Friday skin, which I quite like. So it's space, it's dark, it's black. You want to avoid getting spotted. I've then got like the decals here. So there's one for combat. Again, I can change that for different things. So I can change that for my combat rank, my exploration ranking, my trading ranking, or for some reason I've also got a skull one. And again, I can buy other ones as well. But again, that's buying them with real money. So that's one of the ways that Frontier Development kind of make their money from the game here, is they sell game stuff for real money. So it's always just like appearance stuff, so you can't just buy yourself the fastest and most expensive ship. You just buy yourself different skins and colours and stuff for it. There we go. So that was that. Let's go ahead and no, nothing of interest there. See if I can sell. There we go. I can sell a little bit of exploration and survey data. Oops. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch again. And so that says on Mercury, Venus. We'll head now to Earth and we'll have a little look at that. So there's Earth there. And then we'll check out our moon. So what is that? Well, that's really quite pretty actually. I like that, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take one of the high quality screenshots of that. And I'm also going to try and get an external view as well. Let's see, so let's... Okay, no, I can't. No, okay, I need to go down. That's it. Okay, never mind. Whatever. I got my nice screenshot that I wanted. So we'll go ahead. We'll go into the frame shift drive. Sorry, into Super Cruise. There we go. So Earth is 655 light seconds away. So that's about 10 light minutes. Must be kind of passing around the sun. Yeah, we're coming gradually in. Well, I'm only going to go at about 70% of the throttle there so that I don't go too fast. So you'll notice that on the right hand side of the radar, kind of between the ship and the kind of main radar bit, I've got a little kind of strange, I guess, kind of curved thing. That's like my throttle. So the that blue band is kind of the range of where my ship, is most manoeuvrable. The yellow band on the right hand side of it is kind of showing me the full range I can go through. So I can see if I put my throttle up full whack, it's up to the top of that orange band. Whoops. If I bring it down a bit, I kind of slide down it. And as I get closer to the Earth, you'll see that right band on the right hand side is going to gradually start dropping back, and yeah, the blue band will kind of shrink and move down as well. Because the blue band there is kind of really, I think, roughly 60 to 80% of thrust. That gives you the most manoeuvrability. Yeah. Let's see, let's put away all of my weapon details. I don't really think. Okay, fine, never mind. Then I guess I'm not going to be doing that. There we go, they're gone now. Take a quick screenshot, and we'll try and see where are we then. So I've got to try and, I think that's Australia there. Again, assuming that that's Antarctica, that would give us Australia, kind of Indonesia type stuff there, Papua New Guinea-ish, and this is where my geography really becomes quite embarrassing. Indian Ocean perhaps, maybe a bit of India there. Let's try and see if we can't find UK, because I found America, or North America and South America last time I was in Seoul. Let's just put the planet above. In fact, no, that doesn't feel right. Okay. So I think it doesn't help that sea levels have clearly risen quite significantly, so we've kind of lost a lot of the landmass that helps to figure out where I am. Let's see. Well, there we go, there's something. Probably Africa, I would think. The continent that is, rather than one of the African countries. It's kind of hard to tell for sure. That's what I'm gonna hit. And then yeah, we're gonna kind of, flying around the dark side, we're flying to the night side. Again, you can see cities and stuff there. Again, I'm not convinced I'm going to find the UK again this time, I don't think. But I'm fairly confident that was Australia that I found. Again, there's clearly a large landmass of some sort here. But as I say, I can't really make out where it is. It's not to worry, we can... that's interesting, I've just noticed that Earth is an Earth-like world. Which in some respects makes sense, because it's, yeah, Earth-like, but surely it would just be Earth. Okay, so I'll see if I can get a decent screenshot with maybe Australia there in the background, but we'll see what we get. Oops, okay, I got too close again. So yeah, my frame share try just needs to cool down a little bit. Align with the escape vector. So yeah, I think I'll get a bit further away from Earth this time. I thought I was aligned. There we go. Get a little bit further away this time before I can turn back and try and have a look at things. Okay. So there we go, that's about 9 million meters. Okay, 10-ish. There we go. Let's see. Could that be Africa? I don't know. Right, anyway, let's head off to... Yeah, let's head off to the M. Gorbachev station. Which is probably around... Not really in a... Beijing. Oh, there we go, we can go to that station, that's in. That's far enough away, we should get away with it. Okay, so yeah, we'll go to the... I guess a Chinese station here. So again, that's another one of those ones with the habitation rings getting spun around that central drum. And yes, it's just taking a little while to accelerate whilst I get out of the gravity well of planet Earth there. Right. Okay, and again, I'm going to, next time when I'm at this station, I'm going to get a screenshot of one of the parks inside that habitation ring there. I just never thought to do it at the last station I was at. So we'll go and do that. Then we can dock up and have a look inside the station. Oh, okay. So this doesn't have the rings around it.
November, India, Mike. This is Federal Flight Control. You are required to submit a docking request before landing.
I wonder how I feel about that, I guess a station with a Chinese name and someone who's clearly a native English speaker is their navigation, or their traffic control system. Okay, and hello anti-hero, yep, we've just moved away from Earth, we managed to spot Australia, stopping at the Chinese station here, and then we'll go ahead, check out the moon, and then Mars.
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 38. Automated docking confirmed.
So yeah, you missed me kind of getting a bit too close to the planet a couple of times. Sadly couldn't land at it, but yeah. Okay. So let's get in, see if we can get a decent picture here of coming into land. So we'll see how that one turns out. Taking that high quality shot. Yep, Mars is coming up shortly. I'm just having a quick look inside here,
Power down systems.
and it's not even really all that interesting. Some of the, inside each of these stations, they usually have their own kind of feel and appearance to them. I've seen some that have got nice, lush-looking gardens all around them. Others that are all kind of red and kind of ominous looking. But sadly, this one just looks kind of, I don't know, rather uninspiring. Okay, let's head out. We're going to go Moon, then Mars. My cargo skips down. Okay. So let's get out of the way of these orcas coming into dock. And we are going to go to the moon, which we can't land on either. Which is a little disappointing, but there we go. Let's get out of the way of whatever it is that's slowing down my frameshift drive. I'll probably just pass by the moon, I won't. Yeah, I won't spend too much time there. I'm going to just quickly check the solar system map. Okay. So what kind of station is that? Oh, whatever. What kind of station are you in? That might be one with a habitation ring in it, but whatever. Congressional streamlining. Part of me realises what I find some sort of criminal and shit. I'm going to just quickly scan a couple of ships whilst we're here. Another chance of me finding somebody that wanted a relatively slim, but we'll check it anyway. Ah, forget it, no we won't. Where's the moon? There it is. Okay, so now Mars. There it is. 1,200 light seconds away. Okay, now as I say, I can't land on Mars, but we'll certainly have a look at it. I think I would even have any of the Martian moons. That's disappointing. So we'll head to Mars. What kind of station is that? That's one of them. We'll head to Mars, have a quick look at it, and then I'll head off to Jupiter, and we'll see if we can have a look at some of the rings going around it. And okay, TJ Raven, I've spotted that, and I'll have a wee look. Okay. And you've not actually sent me that parts list. You've just sent me a link to the page that lets me create my own. So you'll need to pull up that list again, grab the address and try again. And I'll have a look at the rest of the body of that message after. Okay, gradually getting there. So yeah, travelling at about 18 times the speed of light. And there we go, starting to slow down now because we're closing in. There we go, so there's Mars showing up there, looking very blue and green. Second terraforming attempt. Okay, so there's other little sort of markers around here that give you details about everything, so there we go. That definitely looks very pretty. It's a shame we can't dock and have a little drive around. Okay. Now this intrigues me, this non-human relic bit, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to try and I think I can scan this and get some details about it. Let's see. So this is like what would happen on some of the passenger sightseeing missions. You'll come to one of these markers, drop out of warp, and scan them like this. And once you've scanned it, you get a little message that comes up in your inbox. Oops, there it is, with some details about it. Okay, so in 2280 the first non-human relic was found in space. The object was found buried on Mars. It was no bigger than a child's hand and is still surrounded in secrecy, even in 3300. No information has ever been circulated as to the properties of this item or its origin, other than that it is non-human. Well, there we go. So actually the idea of terraforming, it's all about the trying to change weather patterns and change what's going on in the up in the atmosphere. So whether that comes from pumping gas in, or shipping in gas from other places, or bringing in ice from other planets and stuff like that, and adding it to, whoops, okay, nope, that's a bad thing. Nearly crashing into Mars there. So let's try and engage my brain. So terraforming, you're changing the environment. So there's arguments at the minute that we're doing it on Earth. You've got this idea of climate change, where we're pumping gases up into the atmosphere that's trapping more sunlight and gradually heating up the planet and altering the weather patterns. That's basically terraforming. Somewhat uncontrolled, but and in a more controlled environment you would think, right, well, if there's not enough oxygen in the environment, you add more oxygen. If you need to add more water, well, you add more water as well. And just over hundreds of years, you could potentially make it livable. I don't think we're anywhere near the tech okay, we can't even fly to other planets yet. The technology for terraforming is, or controlled terraforming, is way beyond anything we can handle at the minute. There we go. Let's go ahead and let's try and get a decent screenshot. Where is ours? Unlock destination, unlock destination. There we go. I'm just getting a nice wee screenshot. There we are. Okay, so next stop, I guess. Is that another one of those ones? Yeah. We'll head off. No, we've been to Mercury. So Jupiter, which is 3,000 light seconds away. So that's going to take us a little while to get to. So again, at about 3,000 light seconds, that will take about an hour for the light to get from where I am just now to Jupiter. And this is why faster than light travel is so important. And let me just try and check some numbers. So there we go. So Mars then, just for the kind of some ideas here, is 227.9 million kilometers away from the Sun, whereas the Earth, you know, that's on average roughly. Whereas the Earth is about 149.6 million kilometers. So Mars is not too far off, you know, twice the distance away. Ah, yes, okay, apparently I can't spell. Let's see. We can maybe fix my terrible dodgy spelling. Maybe that's it fixed. Not I. Okay, I've got no idea what you're on about. What? In, not I? Okay, so there we go, we're now only about 2,000 light seconds away and travelling at 21.5 times the speed of light. Okay, sorry, I was looking for another spelling mistake in my message. But that's just typical, that's what happens. If you try and correct somebody else's spelling, you'll of course make a mistake yourself. It's just Murphy's Law. Right. Gradually getting close towards Jupiter. Again, I've got no idea what on earth that core thing is. It must be a distant planetoid in our system. In fact, I'm going to put those. In fact, I'm going to leave the orbit lines off for now. So, as we close in on Jupiter, we'll hopefully get to see the rings around it. Oh, we're passing by Callisto. And there's Ganymede. What else do we have? Do we have Io as well, I wonder? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's Io, one of the moons. And something on the far side. There we go. So there we go. There's Jupiter. We'll see if we can find the red spot. And in fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, there it is. Just underneath the rings. Or is that the red? Okay, that's our red spot. looks as though there's other ones too. Which seems fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to investigate one of the sites around on the rings here. An unregistered comm speaking, I don't know what they do. So you can see, there we go, there's the dark side of Jupiter. And I think that's, oops. Is that the resource extraction site? Okay, so I'm going to go and drop out at this resource extraction site because I think it'll be interesting to go in and try and look and see the detail they've got in there, or that it's been put into the, what's that? Unidentified signal source. What is this? Convoy dispersal pattern. There we go. We're going to go and check out this site here because it's getting right into the planetary rings, and yeah, just it'll be interesting to see what it looks like. And because it's been quite some time since I've shot anything, I really want to shoot something. So we should hopefully find some pirates in this extraction site, especially when it's a hazardous one. So we'll see how that'll go, and it'll either go brilliantly or it'll explode in 5 minutes. Okay, so 14 million meters. 5. Okay, when I'm less than 1 million meters, I'm able to drop out of Super Cruise. Here we are. Okay. So we're in the belt here. There's a ship behind. A Vulture. So again, I'll try and do a little bit of scanning of you. Now, do I have a kill warrant scanner? No, I don't. I'll be your federal agent, so I can't, so you would be clean. Another Viper, who is also a federal agent. A Type 9 Heavy. So again, this is a large hauling ship, like freighter even. So the chances of him being a wanted criminal, okay, federal logistics as well. But there you go. So you can see the planetary rings here are made up of basically what looks like little asteroids. And if I had my mining equipment on this ship, I could start, you know, mining it and gathering resources. Let's see. So what's that? I get something up in the distance here. Okay, so some wake. So that's where people have gone into into Super Cruise. Okay, so let's get a bit closer to here, and hopefully, as I close in on this beacon, I'll be able to spot more ships. Because at the minute I'm 16 kilometers out, and I think the scanner on the ship here is only about 7 or 8 kilometers it can scan it. Because I didn't buy the most expensive one. Here we go, there's somebody new. Who are you? Oh, a Fer de Lance. I've never actually seen one of these before. But he's wanted, so let's see what happens. Oh, okay, my modules are deactivated. I thought I'd fixed all of that. Okay, so bear with me a second, I've got to start tidying things up. Okay. There we go. There we go, our weapons are all back. Let's go and close in on this guy and we'll get him. Or at least that's the theory anyway. So he's deployed his hard points. So I think, there we go, that's me activated my turrets here to shoot at him. And when his shields drop, I will open up with the big chain gun. Or if I'll do it anyway. Whoa, okay, he's doing a pretty good job of taking me apart there, so oh, that one. Go on, keep firing on him. So there we go. Drop the heatsink out to... So yeah, this is probably a mistake trying to attack a dedicated combat vessel. Again, I've dropped them on the heatsink. In fact, table lens. Ah, okay. Shields are down. That's not such a good thing. His are nearly down too, so we can work with that. And once they do go down, I'll fire some missiles at them. There we go. So our shields are down. Let's go ahead. Okay, excellent. So my shields are on. And I just need to try and... What was that? Okay, I don't know if that worked or not there. Oh, great, my shields are out again. Okay, forget that. Oh, no, sugar. Helps if you don't use the wrong weapons. Okay, so my shields are recharging now. Whoops, okay, something's happened there, I've lost. Okay, so he's down to... So yeah, I think I've definitely bitten off more than I can chew here. We'll see what we can do. I think somebody else might try to join in there, maybe. I'm still sort of beating it. I've got 84% hull left, he's only got 81. Right, I'm going to try and fire some more missiles. There we go, you can see there's more people coming to help me out now. Okay. Back to... was flying around in reverse there. Okay, so I'm gradually wearing them down, but yeah. Oh, that's not good. So I've now got 7 minutes. Drive. Drive to save. No, don't disable the drive. Okay, need to get to my nearest station now within the next 7 minutes. Okay, so Columbus is only 1.8 light yeah, 1.9 light seconds away. I think we can manage this. But there we go, that's one of the nice things about this, as you can see there, that where my canopy is cracked, I lose all my heads-up display. So, oops, I'm going to go straight past this now. Or at least, oh no, there we go, I might get away with it. If you're pointing at the right thing. Right, yeah, you're over there. I'm too close to the planet, I guess. Let's get away from it. Because that was going to take me half an hour to get there at this speed, which is not good. Okay, that should be good enough. No, okay, so we're still too close to that. Okay, there we go. So we'll get more speed. Okay. So yeah, lesson learned, don't take on a dedicated large combat ship in a small ship like this. Or in a, yeah, slightly, or well, extremely outclassed ship like this. And if you absolutely must, okay, if I absolutely must try and take something on like that, at least try and have a sensible life support system. Yeah, I'm aware oxygen's low. Where is it? There it is. So I've got 3 minutes to get inside the letterbox. And where are we? Safe disengage ready. Okay. And I am going to fly in here manually, so I'm going to turn it off.
November Indio Mike, FFCQ open. Submit a request if you wish to dock at this facility, Commander.
Okay, so there we go. There's the dock. Request docking. Docking bay 15. So I've got 3 minutes to get inside there. It can be done. It will be done. I will be fine. I will survive. And then we'll see how much the repair bill comes to.
You're on course for landing, Commander. Take her in gently.
15. There we go. So, inside here there is atmosphere. So we're fine there. Deploying the landing gear and get sorted. So it's not really the way I'd hoped showing off combat in my ship would go. Let's see.
Solid contact, securing ship. These are at your disposal, Commander.
That's this point, so you can't actually really see that the canopy was wrecked. That's kind of disappointing. Not to worry then. Let's get it fixed. And how much will it cost? I'm thinking at least 10 or 11,000. Ouch. Or 25,000. Okay, let's go to advanced maintenance. And yeah, we'll repair the ship integrity as well. I won't worry too much about the paint job. There we go. There we go, we now have a perfectly happy canopy again. Right, so I think I'm going to hit up somewhere else. Let's go to Saturn. In fact, tell you what, I'll leave the choice open to everyone who's watching. So the option of where we go next can either be Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, or yeah, I guess either Pluto or even Persephone. So any of the planets, and that will include the dwarf planet Pluto and this Persephone one as well, because I'm kind of intrigued as to what that's like, although it will take quite some time to get there, being that it is 400,000 light seconds away. In fact, actually, yeah, forget Persephone, that'll take far too long to get there. So, okay, Saturn, Uranus, or Neptune. Okay, Neptune wins, because that was the first one suggested. Let's go for it. And what I'll need to consider doing at some point is rethinking the way I've got all my weapons set up there.
Docking clamps retracted. You may leave when ready.
So I'll maybe do that whilst we're in Super Cruise towards... I don't think I could land at Neptune, look at that. No, I can't land at Neptune sadly, but we can go and certainly have a look at it from orbit. And then I think I'm going to have to consider calling things to a close after that, because that's been what, just over 2 hours now that we've been streaming away, and yeah, I've got other things I'm needing to get done this evening. So once I'm out of the mast lock range, here we go. So that's still 12,000 light seconds away, so however long this takes, multiply it by, what, 40? And that's how long it would take us to get to Persephone. Or well, not really, because I'd get faster and faster, but still it would take easily 10-15 minutes. In fact, and if you want a specific one at Persephone exploration, that can be another thing we added as another video to be done at another time. Okay. So, gradually head off that way. So still 12,000 away. So I'm just having a look at the wiki for Elite Dangerous there, and it's saying that apparently around Mars there's the capital ship for the President of the Federation that might orbit the planet, so we'll maybe head back to Mars before I end up the video here. And there we go. So they're travelling at 119 or 120 times the speed of light to try and close in on Neptune. Okay. Gradually closing in now then, so we're decelerating quite quickly, you can see, which means kind of handled automatically, which is kind of useful. I'll have a wee scout around. See, that's one of the nice things about this ship is you do have quite a nice view around. Some things not to be removed. Oops. That's why you don't take your eyes off the road. I've gone too fast. So there's another resource extraction set around Mercury there, but again, and it was a slightly lower threat, so it's only high rather than extreme this one. But I'm definitely not brave enough to check it out. So let's get back around the front again of the planet so we can get a decent look at it. So again, I'll put some distance in. So I had that rather nice kind of blue colour as we were approaching it. If I was this high grade emissions. Okay, whatever. Okay, and where are you? Good tune. Okay, getting too close again. We're starting to come around. Yeah. Okay, there we go, we're starting to get nicer views of that there. Let's get further away and then we can close in again. That rather nice kind of blue colour there for us. And once I get to the far side of the rings, I'm going to spin round and have a look. Yeah. So let's see. Gradually turning, spin, spin, spin. And there it is. So there's Neptune. Definitely a nice and pretty looking planet. Shame it's definitely not even remotely habitable. So that was Neptune there. So how far away is the sun? So the sun is 14,000 light seconds away. So we're going to call that about, what, 4 hours maybe? For light to get from the sun to here. Look at it. There you go, and there's the sun. It's just a tiny little spot in the distance. You can hardly tell it. You can tell the difference between it and any of the other stars around about us. But there we go. Right, so let's have a look and see how far away was Mars, so that we can see if we can have a look at the battleship. There's Mars there. 15,000 light seconds, woofed. Okay, so let's try and quickly get there, avoiding the thing. Oh, in fact, did I remember to get a screenshot? I don't think I did. So, there we are, there it is. There's Neptune there, we'll get our nice high quality screenshot. And then we head off to Mars. So there you go, Jacob, hopefully that was acceptable for you. So there you go, there's that adder there. Okay, never mind then. If I manage to spot that adder on the way back to Mars, we can maybe try and take him out. Because adders are nice small little ships. Nice and, nice and small, no threat to me. Okay, so we're at twice the speed of light, 3. We'll quickly accelerate. And I think it looks as though we're pretty clear of other stellar objects, so we should be able to get there quite quick. Okay, let's turn that back on again. Everything else is happy enough. And let's turn the orbit lines back on. So I think the fastest I have managed to get is a point, possibly just as what we're at there, about the 250C. And you see there, that's still going to take quite some time in order to close in on Mars. Because I'm now decelerating as well, although it says I'm in it, it'll probably need a 2 or 3. It's what we're losing 1 second every 5, 10. Maybe a couple of minutes. And again, I just want to have a quick look and see if I can spot this big fancy battleship, because I've not seen what they look like yet. Okay, so we're only 1,000 light seconds away. I should probably bring the speed back down to the 80% blue zone there so that we can decelerate fast enough. Okay, so let's see if we can. Let's see, does it work? Does that adder? So I'm just going to hoping that we can pick it up in here. Okay, very fast. Nah, I don't think we're going to get it because there's a couple of cobras in our kind of sidewinder. And you're in your anaconda. That's a shame. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just trying to see how it is. Mars High, let's go check out Mars High then. I'm just also having a quick look on wikis to try and see if I can find, or if I can figure out how to find this capital ship, because again I really want to see one. Okay. Right, so no ships around here, fine.
Core Dynamics, November, India, Mike. This is Federal Flight Control. You are required to submit a docking request before landing.
Right, let's see, Starship 1, how do we find it? Okay, so this doesn't tell me where I can actually find it. Okay, let's see. Again, I'm just looking at what we got. Condor, so Condor's a lot of fighters. Nah, nothing of interest there. Okay. I'm wondering if perhaps it's not possible to actually easily find it in the system here. Which would be a shame because as I'm looking at pictures on the wiki here, they are very pretty. Oh well, not to worry. So I think what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dock up in Mars High here, and then I'm going to bring things to a close. I spent, what was that, nearly 2.5 hours playing here, and get a few other bits and bobs that need to get a wee look at. So let's request docking, and it'll take us in.
Land on pad 2-6. Assisted docking initiated.
So this station looks quite nice inside. You can see it's all kind of bright and clean looking and shiny, quite unlike the other station inside, which is looking a bit kind of meh. But there we are. Go. So we'll send the ship down into the hangar, even though I don't particularly need to. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll log off from there. So thank you very much for watching, for those of you that have done. And again, if you can think of any particular destinations that you think you should head to in the Milky Way, let me know. I know that Antihero had asked for me to visit a system called Tres 2b. That's one I will do at some point, but I'm more than happy to take suggestions of other places. Or if you want to see me doing particular things within Elite, let me know, leave some comments, and I can put together some videos doing that. Anyway, for now though, thank you very much for watching. It's been a bit of fun exploring the solar system and nearly suffocating when my canopy was blown out, but yeah, thank you very much, and I will catch you next time. Thanks again, bye bye.